Inglewood, California. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway. Week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Down and sacked.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Russell Wilson sacked. On the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
from the shotgun. Wilson, and complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 22-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Marcel Darius picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Flush to his right. The rushing numbers for Wilson earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. On the option, here's Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Again, Wilson will keep it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw.
It's not quibble.
Fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Second down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but there, first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Rams nothing.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun. Wilson steps away to his left.
Wilson on the keeper.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, McKinnon again. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Option play, and Wilson's going to run with it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Wilson. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better, baby, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Pressure is going to be taken down. sack him back right around the 44. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A quick pass to Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a break. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Landry Jones, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Chargers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, McKinnon, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. McKinnon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Wilson. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
from the shotgun. Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
The previous play is under
and there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught down. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Seattle.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the option, it'll be Wilson.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Wilson going to try once more.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shedding the tackling, that gives him some room. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 38-yard line.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll look to throw here.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Had his hands was on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out of the offense as they take over. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
As always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.